The DV and all of that is not, that's nothing new. And I don't even know how to say that without sounding bad. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
And
Well,
it's like,
you know it.
okay, you know, with this Johnny Depp trial going on with Amber Heard and all that, it's not one-sided. It's mutual. And it always has been. I mean, I believe even if you ask her mother, you know, why would her parents and people allow Andy to go to her brother's funeral if, you know, he was such a bad dude?
So Andy went to her brother's funeral.
He did. He was a pallbearer. That's pretty accurate. And you know, she online, it's like you would think that she was in a safe house somewhere, or you know, the way she portrays it. You know, she's at her mom's house, or you know, at her grandma's property.
Yeah.
She's surrounded by people.
I mean
she's surrounded by people, you know, that, you know, her family. So I don't know. It makes me mad. Yeah, she could get herself in trouble. And I'm pretty sure that the police had a talk with her, you know, about that. I think that it was more than that she would even go by his parents' house and always with the kids, you know, have the kids go in and ask for money or whatnot. And I don't know. I don't even know if they still have a restraining order or like what. Like what the cops have decided, because when both parties, you know, are initiating, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Probably because Andy had been avoiding her for so long because he didn't come home for weeks, you know, before Summer went missing. Like what? So, you know, that was going on for a long time. I don't know if you remember, if you had access to her Facebook, there was like daily rants about Andy. And I think that she goes down.
Yes.
But she would follow around to, you know, the gas station worked. I think the Waffle House across the street, and it was pretty crazy.
Oh, she just didn't have a driver's license.
She never got one, like, until maybe, I don't know, maybe this year. I mean, it was common knowledge with people who, you know, lived around here.
And that they were selling drugs.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So, you know, it's just, in my mind, you know, hearing that right there, you know, that puts in my mind, you know, how many more suspects does that put on the list? You know, because there's a list of customers that need to be looked at.
And the places they would go to get such, you know. Could you remember we talked about the travel?
Yes, we have talked about the travel.
I mean, like, you know, weed, just crap like that. But then, also prescription medications is a big deal around here. And, she had cancer. I mean,
right. And
it's crazy to think that somebody would take their medication like that and smell it. I know. It's crazy to think, but some people do.
They would travel out of town. They would do a lot of traveling and stuff.
Yes, extensively. I mean, okay, so Washington, Michigan, some beaches. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they went out west. And they had, partners they hung out with that, they would all go together, trade the vehicles. That was crazy. Yeah, okay, so they lived in Rogersville. I'm not exactly sure what school they should have went to, but I think they went to Cherokee. So that was pretty, I don't know, that was a thing, at least for a while. At some points, she's homeschooled them, and, exactly what that means, I don't know. I know at times they have been enrolled in Sullivan when they stayed with Andy's folks, because that's the area that he lives in. But so the eldest one was probably about to graduate about the time, it would probably been his senior year when COVID hit. And,
right.
School got all crazy and everything then. I get it. But from someone I know who is close to them, she very much encouraged him to not go to school, to just quit. And he did. And his papa was so disappointed. There was so much rage of her getting back at Andy because he left, that she, who knows what was concocted or, I have no clue. Well, it wasn't going to stop. And honestly, his friends are supportive. And I know it sounds crazy because you would think, I don't know, some people would think that he would be a person who had no friends, but he honestly has good people in his life who care about him, who are like, good job, let's move on, next step. But I knew, because, I live in this community, the Jody Sue drama was going on. But I thought, oh man, I bet you they're flipping out because, as Jody Sue has said 5 million times, they dabble with things, She's like, Andy's got something on him, Andy's got something on him, But I do know about the big dog they talked about, the Mastiff that she had. It was chained up. The one and only time I was ever there, it was chained up. But I had heard her talk about that dog, I don't know, for years before. And it was a big, mean dog, but, they had it chained. But, that was, when I was there, it was more than probably 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, Jody Sue auctioned off the t-shirt she was wearing the day she was searching for Summer.
No.
Yes, she did. Do the locals know that Jody Sue is doing everything that she's doing?
I never heard anything about it. I didn't know she had a YouTube. I don't even, a YouTube. I didn't Yeah. No, but so most of the people around here, they're not too on the internet. And her case hasn't made a big presence in the news. Yeah. But I knew, because I live in this community, the Jody Sue drama was going on. But the fraud thing, that's another thing that, like, I don't know how well, she's wiggling around that. The whatever monies was sent to, I think my understanding right now is when she asks for monies, it's like a PayPal or a Cash App or something like that, and it goes into her son's name because she gets like a disability check. And maybe other assistants, and so she puts everything in her son's name. The person that we're talking about is one of her online buddies that helped her.
Yes.
Okay, I just didn't want, because I know it been by a different name. So the person that we're thinking of, or that we're both talking about, they knew each other before online. They knew each other.
Your suspect and Jody Sue knew each other.
Yeah.
Oh, are you serious?
Yes. But I just knew that, like, they did, and like, so when that thing was done online, it's like, wait, because it was explained to me, and then when it was explained online, I'm like, but then he went and like they went somewhere together, and
Yes.
everybody was like, yeah. I was like, well, then what happened? Well, then she got mad about something, and so I guess that's when fake feds or whatever come on, and she, like, I don't know, had to get out, or I don't know, like, but that went bad for whatever reason.
If somebody thought
One
that they
hint.
could do something.
One hint. I'm replying to Music City Mom. She was asking for us to give them 3 hints, and I said I'll give y'all 1 hint.
Well, yeah, it was kind of like that. And let me tell you, he would say, like, that she would get up at, like, all throughout the night and be walking the property line and, like, just being absolutely, off the chain. And he had to sleep because he had to get up and go to work the next day. I really don't know, but I kind of took it like that's just how she was. It was like, whoa, dude, I am sorry. She was just, and the same thing with the whole Andy's real estate, stuff. That's just a hoopla thing about her. I mean, Andy had, like, no interest in it. She just wanted something to go on about. I don't know if it was Facebook or YouTube then, but she had, like, a few months where she would, like, stalk Andy and, like, find him at Waffle House and the gas station and things like that, and just go on and on and on, like, about him because he wouldn't come home.
Okay, someone said the pics she posted saying DV injuries were actually from a car accident.
Do you remember me telling you that, like, a long time ago?
Yep. I remember you telling me that a long time ago.
Reservoir Road, I think.
Oh, so those pictures was actually from a wreck?
Yeah.
Yep.
But I mean, she never had no claim to nothing because, like, it's not like they had a house there, or and I mean, when her cabin was removed, from the property or whatever, or they were trying to charge the mother-in-law. The mother-in-law was like, you all didn't even ask me to put this here, That was her. But and they had it removed. Yeah, and told one of the kids or something like that. And then I think after a while, like, she keeps telling the kids that and keeps telling the kids that, insisting it, and then they start saying it too, just like the scream. At first, there was no scream. Then she heard a scream. Then not only did she hear a scream, but her and her eldest heard the scream. Because people, I mean, even at her brother's funeral, people's like, why don't you stop doing this? Like,